10 most profitable business ideas in Africa. Africa is no longer the dark continent it once was. Its economy is growing by leaps and bounds, and the technological boom has taken over the whole country. The major tech companies of the world like Google, Microsoft, and Apple, all are heavily investing in different sectors of the African economy. This has created an increased interest among entrepreneurs to start a business in Africa. And if you're one of such entrepreneurs, here are 10 profitable business ideas in Africa. 1. Waste management. Many deadly bacteria and viruses that have been eliminated from the rest of the world are still wreaking havoc on the African continent. Moreover, there are plenty of diseases that are endemic to Africa. Plenty of reasons could be attributed to this bad state of health in Africa, but one of them is poor waste management and lack of hygiene. According to statistics, there's also a large gap between waste collection and recycling, as Africa only recycles 4% of its plastic waste. So, this comes off as a big opportunity for aspiring entrepreneurs to step up and fill this waste gap. 2. Food and agriculture. Despite having plenty of land, most African countries still spend tons of money on importing food. And that includes basic food items like rice, wheat, grains, etc. And it's not that Africa doesn't have fertile lands. It's primarily the lack of resources and education that's hindering the local production of food. The opportunity here is huge. Because any entrepreneur who can resolve this issue by growing food locally will make a fortune. That's because the billions of dollars that are spent on importing food would then be directed towards such local food production businesses. 3. Retail business. The economy of the African countries is expanding, and so is the buying power of the people. This has led to an increase in demand for supermarkets where one can buy quality products under one roof. There are certain well-established retail marketplaces in relatively developed countries of Africa like Egypt, Morocco, and South Africa. But in the rest of the continent, the whole retail business is scattered and disorganized. So, it's a great opportunity for entrepreneurs to work towards a solution that organizes this retail business. 4. Affordable housing. Urban migration is on the rise in Africa. Because the economy is expanding, people are migrating to big cities to look for jobs and better lifestyles. As much as it's a good sign for the African economy, it also creates the issue of housing. There aren't enough houses to manage the migrating population. So, the business opportunity here is a real estate company that offers affordable housing. Alternatively, you can start a business dealing in construction raw materials like cement and steel. 5. Technology. Major tech companies of the world are heavily investing in the technology and internet sector of Africa. The form of investment ranges from opening tech hubs to funding startups. One recent example is that of Microsoft, which recently partnered up with venture capitalists to fund 10,000 African tech startups. Just because the big companies made the first move, it doesn't mean that opportunities are gone. Africa is a continent with a myriad of problems, so there will always be room for innovation. And if you don't have any innovative ideas, you can simply fund African tech startups which have an almost 50-50 chance of success. 6. Media and entertainment. Africa's film industry has become a global and cultural phenomenon that enjoys a huge following within and outside the continent. The industry serves an audience that's hungry for African stories of love, drama, intrigue, comedy, redemption, action, and more. It's no surprise that Africa's film industry is currently the third largest in the world behind Hollywood and India's Bollywood. 7. Investment. With slow economic growth in North America and Europe, more investment is pouring into fast-emerging regions like Africa. In the search for higher returns, more investors are now looking to invest in Africa. Whether you plan to funnel funds into Africa's stock markets or invest directly in African startups, the potential for high rewards has never looked better. Towards the end of last year, a Nigerian billionaire investor, Tony Elumelu, committed to investing $100 million in African startups and entrepreneurs over the next 10 years. This is just one of several ambitious investment initiatives that will create tremendous opportunities and wealth for entrepreneurs who can exploit them. 8. Fashion and beauty. Africa's fashion and beauty market is developing at an impressive rate. The continent's overwhelmingly young population provides a ready market for trendy fashion. All kinds of apparel, including locally made fabrics and imported designer labels, have become hot-selling products across Africa's rapidly expanding urban areas. Africa has hundreds of rising stars who are building successful businesses in the fashion and beauty industry. I'll share a few interesting examples with you. 9. Internet and tech. Africa's internet and tech space will be a joy to watch in 2022. Tech hubs and incubators are springing up across the continent from Accra, Ghana, to Lagos, Nigeria, Joburg, South Africa, and Nairobi, Kenya. These hubs have become Africa's Silicon Valley, and continue to produce the best tech innovators and entrepreneurs Africa has ever seen. Months back, the acquisition of Sire, a mobile messaging phone app developed by two young entrepreneurs from Ghana, made the headlines. This simple app for feature phones, which was created in 2011, started to replace SMS texting and became an instant hit in West Africa and even in faraway India. 10. Building and construction supplies. Africa is going through a construction boom, an opportunity that will certainly create a lot of wealth for entrepreneurs on the continent. It's no surprise that Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, is heavily invested in the cement business. Cement is one of the most important materials for building and constructing workhouses, buildings, roads, bridges, etc. Africa used to spend billions of dollars to import cement. But not anymore. Dangote and other cement producers like Lafarge are spreading fast across the continent. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to our channel to receive our next educative videos. Please watch the next video on your screen.